Today is February 20, and something unprecedented is happening. For the first time in 9,000 years, we are witnessing a cosmic alignment that marks the beginning of an entirely new era. This is not just another astrological event. This is a fundamental shift in the fabric of reality itself, and whether you feel it consciously or not, it is already reshaping your life. The forces at play today have not converged like this since humanity was building its first civilizations. Ancient structures are dissolving, new foundations are being laid, and if you understand what is happening right now, you can align yourself with one of the most powerful transformation cycles in human history. Stay with me, because what I am about to share will change how you see this moment and your place in it. This alignment represents pure initiation energy. 0 degrees of a cardinal sign is where raw potential meets form. It is identity before conditioning, structure before stability, vision before manifestation. When the slow-moving outer planets meet at this critical point, they do not just influence the next few weeks or months. They plant seeds that unfold over years, decades, and sometimes entire lifetimes. You may be feeling intensity right now, urgency, clarity, or perhaps a quiet internal pressure that something is asking to begin while something outdated is asking to end. This is not your imagination. This is the universe reorganizing itself, and you are part of that reorganization. The question is not whether this shift is real. The question is whether you will work with it consciously or let it unfold through you unconsciously. Let me tell you why this moment is historically significant. When outer planets converge at the first degree of a cardinal sign, they merge archetypes at the point of pure emergence. Structure meets vision. Discipline meets transcendence. Authority meets innovation. This is not chaos, even though it might feel chaotic. This is initiation at the highest level. A long structural cycle is beginning today, and it affects everything from personal identity to global leadership, from individual responsibility to collective courage to build something entirely new. Throughout history, these rare alignments have coincided with the rise and fall of civilizations. The last time we experienced anything remotely similar, humanity was transitioning from hunter-gatherer societies to agricultural communities. Entire ways of life were being restructured. Old belief systems were dissolving. New forms of organization were emerging. And the people who thrived were not the ones who clung to what was familiar. They were the ones who recognized the shift and aligned themselves with the new paradigm before it became obvious to everyone else. Today, we stand at a similar threshold. The old structures that have governed our world for decades are showing their cracks. Political systems, economic models, social hierarchies, even our understanding of success and fulfillment are all being questioned and transformed. This is not happening randomly. It is happening because the cosmic forces that shape consciousness itself are realigning, and when consciousness shifts, everything else must follow. But here is what makes this alignment so powerful. It is not just affecting the collective. It is activating something profound inside every individual on this planet. The shift is happening simultaneously on a personal and global level, and understanding this connection is the key to navigating what comes next. So what is being activated inside you right now? Collective shifts are always felt personally first. You may have noticed restlessness over the past few weeks, sudden moments of clarity about what you really want. Emotional releases that seem to come out of nowhere, a desire to redefine your direction or let go of commitments that no longer serve you. You might feel like you are outgrowing your current life, your current relationships, even your current identity. This is not a midlife crisis or a phase. This is the dissolution of outdated identity structures that were built for a different era. The old you was constructed around external expectations, inherited beliefs, and survival strategies that made sense in a world that is rapidly disappearing. But the new you is being born from a deeper place of authentic knowing. It is connected to your true purpose, your genuine values, and your capacity to contribute meaningfully to this new era. The question is not who you were. The question is who you are ready to become. Many people resist this process because it feels uncertain. It requires letting go of what feels safe and familiar. But what if I told you that clinging to the old version of yourself is actually the riskiest choice you could make right now? The world is changing whether you change with it or not. The only difference is whether you consciously participate in your own evolution or get dragged along by circumstances you do not understand. This alignment is calling you to step into a more mature, more authentic, more powerful version of yourself. It is asking you to take responsibility not just for your own life, but for your contribution to the larger transformation happening around us. This is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming real. It is about aligning your actions with your deepest values and your daily choices with your highest vision for what is possible. If you are feeling that deeper awakening right now, this is exactly the kind of shift explored in Awaken Your Potential and Change Your Reality. It explains how consciousness shapes your external life and provides practical tools for consciously reprogramming your relationship with purpose, abundance, and identity. If you are ready to integrate what is activating today instead of letting it pass you by, the link is in the pinned comment. Now, let us continue, because there is a critical mistake most people will make during this transition, and I want to make sure you avoid it. The mistake most people will make is falling into one of two extremes. Some will act impulsively out of the urgency they are feeling. They will quit their jobs without a plan, end relationships without clarity, or make dramatic changes based purely on emotional intensity. Others will do the opposite. They will ignore the shift entirely and cling to comfort zones that are actually becoming more uncomfortable by the day. They will convince themselves that nothing has really changed and that they can go back to business as usual. Both approaches miss the point. This alignment is not asking for emotional chaos or stubborn resistance. It is asking for structured courage. A new era does not reward impulsive reactions or fearful avoidance. It rewards disciplined intention. It rewards the wisdom to pause, assess, and then act from a place of clarity rather than reactivity. The people who will thrive in this new era are not the ones who make the biggest changes the fastest. They are the ones who make the right changes at the right pace with the right foundation. They understand that true transformation is not about dramatic external shifts. It is about fundamental internal restructuring that then manifests as sustainable external change. This requires a level of emotional maturity that our culture does not always encourage. We live in a world of instant gratification and quick fixes, but the forces at play today operate on a completely different timeline. They are asking you to think in decades, not days, to build foundations, not just chase outcomes, to develop character, not just change circumstances. So how do you move correctly with this new era? First, pause before acting. Give yourself time to feel the full impact of what is shifting inside you without immediately trying to do something about it. This is not procrastination. This is wisdom. The most powerful transformations often begin with periods of stillness and reflection. Second, write down what feels unsustainable in your current life. Not what is inconvenient or challenging, but what genuinely feels out of alignment with who you are becoming. This might be a career that drains your energy, relationships that diminish your authenticity, habits that undermine your potential, or beliefs that limit your vision of what is possible. Be honest, but not harsh. Be clear, but not judgmental. Third, identify one area of your life that requires more maturity and leadership from you. This might be how you handle money, how you communicate in relationships, how you take care of your health, or how you show up professionally. Choose something specific and actionable rather than vague and overwhelming. Fourth, commit to a new internal standard in that area. Not a goal or an outcome, but a way of being. A level of integrity, consistency, or excellence that you will maintain regardless of external circumstances. This is how you align with the new era energy, not through dramatic gestures, but through quiet, consistent upgrades to who you are and how you operate. This is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming more fully yourself, the version of yourself that is not shaped by fear, scarcity, or the need for external approval. The version that operates from abundance, authenticity, and genuine service to something larger than personal comfort. What unfolds from this point forward will surprise you. The seeds planted today will not sprout overnight. They will unfold gradually, systematically, powerfully over the coming months and years. This alignment is reshaping long-term goals, belief systems, authority structures, and concepts of personal responsibility on a scale we have not seen in generations. What begins now may very well define the entire direction of the next chapter of your life. The career you build, the relationships you cultivate, the impact you create, the legacy you leave. This is foundation energy, and foundations are not glamorous when you are laying them, but they determine everything that gets built on top of them. Some of you will look back on today as the moment everything changed, not because of what happened to you, but because of what awakened in you. The moment you stopped waiting for permission and started taking responsibility. The moment you stopped reacting to life and started creating it. The moment you recognized that you are not just witnessing this transformation, you are an essential part of it. The next several years will separate those who understand this shift from those who do not. Those who work with it from those who resist it. Those who see it as an opportunity from those who experience it as a crisis. The choice is yours, but the timing is not. The new era is beginning whether you are ready or not. The question is what role you will play in it. New eras rarely announce themselves with fanfare and dramatic presentations. They begin quietly, in the space between thoughts, in private moments of recognition, in the courage to choose growth over comfort, in the decision to trust your intuition even when you cannot see the entire path ahead. Today is not about fear or anxiety or overwhelm. It is about maturity, about stepping into the fullest expression of who you are capable of becoming. Do not shrink back into what feels familiar just because change feels uncertain. Familiar is not necessarily safe anymore. The world you knew is disappearing whether you acknowledge it or not. The question is whether you will consciously participate in creating what comes next or simply react to whatever emerges without your input. Step forward into what feels aligned, even if it feels unfamiliar. Trust the timing of what is unfolding in your life. Trust the wisdom of your deepest knowing. Trust that you have everything you need to navigate this transition successfully. The universe does not give you experiences you cannot handle. It gives you experiences designed to help you discover capabilities you did not know you had. This is your invitation to become a conscious participant in one of the most significant transformations in human history, not as a passive observer, but as an active creator. Not as someone who waits to see what happens, but as someone who helps determine what happens through the quality of their choices, the integrity of their actions, and the depth of their commitment to what matters most. If this message is resonating with something deep inside you, do not let this activation fade into memory. Do not treat this like interesting information that you file away and forget about. This is a calling, and callings require response. They require action. They require the courage to trust what you know to be true, even when others around you do not see it yet. Awaken Your Potential and Change Your Reality was created specifically for moments like this, when awareness becomes responsibility and potential demands manifestation. Inside, you will discover how to understand the conscious, unconscious, and subconscious levels of your mind, and how they shape your experience of reality. You will learn to transform your relationship with money, success, and purpose from scarcity-based patterns to abundance-based principles. You will explore practical techniques for expanding your awareness through meditation and mindfulness practices that actually work in daily life. Most importantly, you will learn how to integrate insights from psychology, neuroscience, spirituality, philosophy, and quantum physics into a coherent approach to personal growth that creates real, sustainable change. This is not theory or wishful thinking. This is a practical roadmap for becoming the person this new era is calling you to be. The program includes the complete digital book, the full audiobook for learning on the go, and a guided 5-minute daily meditation practice that will help you stay aligned with your highest potential, even as everything around you continues to shift and change. It is available right now for a limited price and comes with a complete 7-day money-back guarantee. If something inside you recognizes that this is your next step, trust that recognition. The link is in the pinned comment. This is not about me convincing you of anything. This is about you trusting what you already know, about honoring the part of you that led you to this video at this exact moment in time, about recognizing that sometimes the universe speaks to us through information that feels like it was created specifically for where we are and what we need to hear. When a new era begins, the brave do not wait for permission or proof or guarantees. They do not wait for everyone else to see what they see or understand what they understand. They build, they create, they lead by example. They trust their vision even when the path is not entirely clear. They know that clarity comes through action, not before it. Today marks the beginning of something unprecedented in your lifetime. The only question is what you will do with this moment, how you will respond to this calling, whether you will step forward with courage or step back into comfort, whether you will trust the transformation that is already happening inside you or resist it until circumstances force you to change anyway. The new ERA is here. Your new life is waiting. The only thing standing between who you are and who you are meant to become is the decision to begin. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, not when conditions are perfect. Right now. Because ready or not, willing or not, conscious or not, everything is already changing. The only choice is whether you will change with it consciously or unconsciously. Trust the timing, trust the process, trust yourself. And remember, when a new era begins, the brave do not wait. They build.